Hi Farmshare friends, welcome to week 2 of what is in your Farmshare bag. For some of you that did the every other week share, this is week 1, so welcome. Each week you'll find the video. I'll try to keep it a little shorter than I did last week and try not to repeat too many things so I can give you guys some more tips and tricks for using all of your produce. The first item that you'll find in your market share bag is a little gift from us. This is our farmhouse salted herb mix. If I'm going to be honest, this is the only seasoning I use in my house, and I use it for everything. When I started making seasoning mixes, I wanted something that I could use no matter what I'm cooking, obviously not sweet dishes. But I had always used McCormick's garlic salt with like herbs in it or something. I had like parsley, but once I found out more about McCormick's and all their natural flavors and how they modify and add in so many chemicals to our foods and seasonings, I felt so victimized that I decided to make my own, and we have absolutely loved this. So I use this for roasting veggies, sauteing veggies on top of a salad. If I'm toasting almonds or sunflower seeds for a salad, these go on there. Avocado toast. So what you're gonna do is just take the jar, shake it up, and then each time you use it, just give it a good shake, and it should be the perfect seasoning for whatever savory dish you are making. So we hope you guys enjoy that. I'm sure throughout the season, I'll reference it many times in what I'm doing in the kitchen. So everyone either gets a bag of kale or spinach, and then the following week that should swap. So our kale is harvested really small. A lot of recipes for kale we'll talk about de-stemming it, but you won't need to do that. And it also, a lot of recipes for kale, well, a lot of people don't like kale because it has a very strong flavor, but that's when people grow it like a dinosaur kale or something very large. We harvest ours, I mean, the palm of my hand will be the biggest piece that you should be getting in your mixes. But our kale's all baby kale, so this can be used in any recipe, kale chips, etc. You won't need to take that vein out because it's not woody, chewy, tough. So this is our purple kale. It's absolutely beautiful. You can use it in a salad mix, most easy, right? It's also really good in a smoothie or some fresh juice. But it can freeze. So if you're like, okay, I'm getting overloaded on veggies, this is one that you can be cooked down, so opposite of the rest of your fresh greens, because I try not to overload you too much. And 2, you can freeze this. So you could put it in a bag just like this. You could sprinkle it out on a bread sheet or on a cookie sheet, let it freeze, and then throw it in a Ziploc baggie. And that way it's ready for any soups or things like that this winter. I love just taking a handful, chopping it up, adding it to my taco meat, adding it to meatloaf, soups, anything that I'm making. So very versatile in the kitchen because it doesn't have that extremely bitter taste that you most often find with a large leaf kale. The next item we have is a bib or butter lettuce. These were not originally on my Farmshare list, but when I saw how beautiful these were in the garden, I had to get them to give to you. So I do apologize if you've got too many greens this week. I just couldn't help myself. If you need to share them with your neighbor, do that. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed, but look at these. These are so beautiful. They'll be more bright green and vibrant inside. I had a salad last night, and just this soft buttery lettuce is so divine. It makes really good lettuce wraps too. We're having tacos tonight, so I'll just eat my tacos, use these as my little shell and then throw my toppings in there. So this is our bib lettuce, and like I said, I just couldn't help but not give you guys, I just did 2 heads for you, so didn't want to overwhelm you, but it was too beautiful not to get in your hands. Sticking with greens, we have our leaf lettuce. So this is just our Salanova is the variety that we grow. It's absolutely beautiful. I hope you guys have enjoyed all of your salads over the last week. We have your microgreen mix. This week you've got the mix of broccoli, radish, and sugar snap peas. I hope you're finding the greens all staying just perfectly fresh in these containers. We have a beautiful bag of radishes for you. Okay, so the next item is fun. We started dropping these in as your rotating item last week, but you will get them this week. This is our broccoli. So it's very interesting because this is a broccolini plant. So broccoli generally grows, you get a big plant and then you get one head of broccoli in the middle. Like you'd buy, you'd see at your grocery store, your standard head of broccoli. And then from there, once you cut that plant, it still has a little life left and it'll throw out like side shoots, which I always like to call pre-cuts, would look something like this. So after you get your big head of broccoli harvest, you get all the little side shoots. Well, this is broccolini. So this is, or any of these, are that center head. It's a lot smaller than a typical broccoli plant. But once you cut that, then all those side shoots are your long broccolini. So because we started harvesting orders last week, there are a few broccolinis starting to come in. So we're really excited about this. So these are just the center cuts that look more like a pre-cut, ready to use broccoli. But then some of you will actually start to get the broccolinis as those start to come in. These are absolutely beautiful. I cooked them down, I steamed them, and they just stayed so vibrant, so bright green. It was amazing. And broccoli is one of the few vegetables or fruits that I actually buy in the winter. And just one of those things that we crave, and it is kind of a winter, spring, and fall cold weather crop. So when I had our broccoli back the other day, I was like, this is what food is supposed to taste like, right? So I hope you guys experience the same thing this week as you guys eat your fresh broccoli. So there is a bag of broccoli or broccolini for you guys. Oh my gosh. As many of you have been waiting, we have, wait for it, our carrots. Oh my gosh, look at these. These are the first harvest from our spring planting. Look at the size of this. This thing is absolutely beautiful. These carrots are amazing. They're so sweet. I was snacking on them today. The greens are absolutely beautiful. They have not had any discoloration, any bug damage, anything like that. So can you use the greens? Yes. A few ways. My favorite is a chimichurri, a carrot top chimichurri. And you're gonna be able to combine that with some of the herbs you got last week and some of the herbs in your box this week. And you throw it in the blender with some red wine vinegar, I think olive oil, salt, herbs, carrot tops, and it makes this amazing savory sauce. It's really good just like dipped in bread, or you can throw it on top of some roasted chicken and roasted veggies, mixed grain and rice. It will take your meals to the next level, I promise. So carrot top chimichurri, option 1. Carrot top tea, option 2. Very high in vitamin K. So steep these carrot tops, add a squeeze of honey and a squeeze of lemon, and you've got a really great afternoon treat. Add some ice on a hot day. Or another recipe that many people do is a carrot top pesto. So while you might like, oh, that's a lot of trash, it will make a, oh, hi puppy, a really great treat. That carrot top pesto is amazing over some pasta. Also, so carrots, again, we're rotating some items in and out that we're hoping that we have enough to make it through everybody. I just keep praying and trusting that this beautiful ground is going to keep giving abundantly so we can continue to share. But the other item is our green and purple asparagus. So you're gonna get, you may have gotten asparagus already, you may have gotten rhubarb, and or strawberries. So we're kind of mixing those items through each week. They may have been mixed in with the broccoli also. We did start to get cauliflower in, so if you got broccoli last week with that harvest, you'll be getting some of the cauliflower this week based on the harvest. But we keep track of all of that, so we do try to get it to everyone, even if you've had a week off, if you're half share. So that way, you know, some of these really prime, amazing items we can share with you. Oh my gosh, the next, we've got an herb bag for you. So you've got a couple sprigs of fresh dill. I did a homemade chicken salad last week, and instead of mayonnaise, I just don't find that all that fat content settles well with my stomach. I did a probiotic sour cream and probiotic cream cheese mixed together, dill and scallions. So if you have got scallions left from last week, and then I think I put some of my herb mix in there, and that was set. Or this week we have garlic chives, would also be a really great addition. So like all the garlic chives and all the dill in a chicken salad. It just switched it up. I put it on, I took the romaine heads, or you could use the butter heads, and just used that instead of bread and made little pockets. And before I knew it, my 4-year-old son was like at my plate making his own little chicken salad lettuce pockets and eating those. So I always find that as a win when they start to jump into that also. Just want to give you a quick update on the garden. We've got 3 rows of our pole beans in this week. We've got second planting of broccoli and cauliflower in the ground today. The team got that done. We've got watermelon cantaloupe in the ground. Sugar snap peas are on the horizon. We might start picking those later this week. Obviously carrots are coming in, so you guys should have, we try to keep carrots throughout the whole season. We joke sometimes that, like, I think our customers would be happy if we just served them carrots and lettuce, because those are by far our 2 most popular items. So any questions, let me know. Any recipes, holler at me. My favorite recipe for broccoli is steamed, and then I take a cast iron and brown some butter on high heat, and dump that brown butter over the broccoli, and then add a little sprinkle of my farmhouse herb mix, and I just eat it right out of the pan just like that. Hope you guys are enjoying everything. Thank you.